I had the beard coming in after the draft, and it kind of got itchy. I got over it, and I shaved it into the mustache. And it kind of just stayed, was rocking like a Riley Green thing with the scruff and the mustache, but it was blonde, it didn't look good. But now, and then I kept it though. I was like, this could be something. Maybe if I keep having it, will it grow dark at some point? And it never did. So in Greenville, I dyed it as a joke, a little bit as a joke. And then I was like, I kind of really like this. So it was very quickly walked in and people were like, something's different about you. I said, yeah, really, you dyed it, did you? Yeah. Hi, I'm Payton Tolle, and this is Cassell's Corner Podcast.
You heard the man. That was Payton Tolle, Red Sox pitcher. He's here on Cassell's Corner Podcast. You said my last name correctly, which is nice too, because Trace and Abe's struggle with that with us. So, Payton, I want to start with baseball first. We'll get a little bit into personal life and beyond baseball. But you're currently ranked the #1 prospect in the Red Sox organization. Roman Anthony held that title before you. What's it like to be the top prospect in the organization?
I mean, it's a nice title. I think it's one of those things. It's like, it's cool. It gives people something to talk about, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. I think it gives, like I was saying, it gives people things to talk about, but you can go out there and have a terrible day and not act like the #1 prospect. You can go out there and have a great day whenever you're the 100th prospect. So it's nice, but I try not to put too much credit into it just because it's not like, it doesn't mean a whole lot. Really, the only thing that matters now at this level is how you do in the show.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think a ranking is kind of frivolous, if you will, but in the sense it does show your hard work has paid off to get to this point now. Your rise to the ranks last year from high A, getting drafted at TCU to high A Salem all the way to Boston to the show was pretty meteoric, if you will. You've had a couple starts under your belt here with Triple-A Worcester this year. I believe it's been 2 so far. How have those been for you, and how do you think you're doing pitching-wise?
Yeah, they've been great. I think that we've worked on a lot of things that showed up pretty heavily whenever I got called up last year. We saw very quickly that, yes, the fastball plays, we got to work on some off-speed pitches, and so been able to work through that. I think, and delay, Dice. Oh my gosh, Mickey. Yeah, Mickey got my first one. So I see him at first base too often, but just being able to have those guys be great presence. They're great guys, so they've helped out a whole lot. Been able to talk with them quite a bit, so it's been a whole lot of fun. I think we've worked on what we need to work on. The off speeds are going up. The usages are a whole lot different than they have been, but I think that's good. I think we're seeing closer to what a set in stone big leaguer is going to look like, the version of me. So
yeah, and I think those off-speed pitches you talk about are curveball, changeup, throwing those for strikes, right?
Yeah.
Getting those in the zone so that not only your fastball plays, but that they have those pitches for strikes.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Obviously, in high school, I'm pretty sure you just blew people away with your fastball. And you could throw a curveball at their heads or in the dirt, and they'd swing at it.
Yeah.
Even at TCU, I wonder, how long have you really had to work on a changeup or a curveball? How long has it been since you've really thrown those pitches?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's at TCU we started throwing it a little bit, and in high school, I don't even know if I want to consider what my high school pitching self was because it's such a different player now. But TCU, we had the curveball. It's pretty similar to the one that I throw now. So it was good base level, but I mean, change-ups last year we went through about 6 different grips, different ways to throw it. So now it's just, I think we found the correct one, and now it's just going to be getting reps with it and how do we make this the most consistent possible. But there's been a base level of it, and it used to be the change-up used to be just like a standard circle change, trying to turn it over and everything. But it's just trying to get reps with it now, and I think we're in a good spot.
Is it hard to force yourself to throw those pitches when your fastball kind of can play, especially here? But obviously, as you know, to be a big leaguer for a long career, you're going to need to throw those pitches for strikes. Is it are you kind of forcing yourself to make sure that you do the changeup and curveball off speeds a little bit more now, or is it just like a mix of everything?
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes, like, I definitely have usage goals with it of wanting to throw, getting a certain number of curveballs or changeups or whatever it is that day. But for me, it's like guys at this level can hit fastballs, and I can try to blow it by them all I want, but I'm gonna miss. I'm gonna miss middle. I'm gonna go into a guy's swing path. Like, that's just how that works. And guys are gonna be timed up for it. Now it's like hitters have the technology to be able to hit a hard fastball. So having to throw those things is good, and I think the more that I throw it, the more guys get off of the fastball, and then the more the fastball plays. And so it's a constant evolving of the pitches, and so forcing yourself to get game reps, because game reps are never going to be the same as bullpen reps or flat ground reps or whatever it is. So just trying to get reps with them any way that we can.
Last year, like I said, your rise to the ranks of the Red Sox organization was pretty historic, and it was quick. And you called it a whirlwind, right? But also, I feel like it might have been more happy-go-lucky in a sense, like you're just happy to be reaching different levels. How does your mindset maybe change this year, since you did go all the way up to Boston, now you're here with Triple-A? Like, do you have a different mindset in 2026, or has it changed just a little bit? Like, how do you compare last year to this year for your mindset?
Yeah, I mean, I think we just now we know what the goal is like. We know what it feels like. We know what it looks like. We know what it tastes like. We know that feeling of getting on the mound in front of 30,000 people. So now it's just, what can I do to where whenever I get up there again, it's how do I stay? And that's kind of you see it with all the numbers and how long guys stay in the show, and like just trying to, how long can I stay? What can I do now? What can I do today? So in however long it may be, I can get up there and stay up there. And it's not a done deal. Like, I have to put in the work every day, and gotta find the way to like leave that carrot out in front of me and know that it's like, people can say, I can think in my mind like, oh, it's just a little bit. It's just a little bit. Like, there's no promises with that. It's like, if I don't go out there and perform and like do everything that I can, then nobody's telling them to bring me back up. So it's more of a hunger, I think, now than ever, of just like, how do I want to get back. I know what it, like, here we go with the references. You eat a good steak, you don't think, man, that was a good steak, and then never go back to get that steak. You go back and eat the steak at some point. So wanting to get back, and is just the biggest goal right now. And but working on what I can here, because what I'm working on here is going to show up in 2 years, 3 years, whatever it may be.
I love that your first thought for references goes to food. And that's a good tease for later on. You talk about the taste of Boston and steak there. What type of steak are you going for? If you like, are you a filet guy or ribeye?
I'm a filet guy.
Okay, yeah. Interesting. All right, cool. That's a good tease for later on. We'll get into the food aspect. I do want to get a little away from baseball, but at spring training, and I think you talked about this with Section 10 guys and other people, but your USA presentation was electric, right? And feel free to take a sip of water whenever you want. I think you had USA shaved on your chest, I believe. You were in a red bandana or shirt, and Joey Chestnut made a guest appearance on your thing. There are some rumors that you're trying to get like George Washington to show up, or a bald eagle. Tell us what that was like for you to kind of, obviously you're a man that can hold a room and have fun with it, but what was that like to give that presentation at spring training with the Red Sox?
Yeah, it was a whole lot of fun. I think it was whenever AC called me out to give the presentation, it was like, oh my gosh, how do I do this? And it started off as like, I guess I just do a whole history presentation, and I'm like, I feel like nobody wants to sit through that. Like, let's just have some fun. Like let's make fun of some people, have a good time with it. I went in, I looked up, bald eagle rentals, seeing what I could get. Like, who can dress up as George Washington? I got a guy who's a George Bush impersonator, but he had to fly in from Gainesville, so I didn't want to do that. But Joey Chestnut was my first DM, and he answered pretty quickly, and it worked out very well. I think the only way that I could top it now is if I actually bring Joey Chestnut in, but I think he's a pretty busy guy, and I don't know if I can afford him yet.
He's a busy guy with a busy jaw.
Yeah.
But it's funny that that's your first GM and he got back to you right away. That's a good pull.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I was excited about it. I was like, what are American things? It was like baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. Oh, hot dogs, Joey Chestnut. Here we go, 4th of July. This is our guy. So.
How was the hot dog at Sam's Club?
Sam Dog. It's a filling hot dog. I think it's probably one of my favorite hot dogs, other than like a ballpark hot dog, like at a ballpark. But it's really good. You get Sam's hot dog with mustard with a pizza combo on the side with the brisk raspberry sweet tea. So that's like the high school lunch of Payton Tolle. So.
It's a good order. We should maybe see if Coney Island can give us a sponsorship here for this podcast. But also at spring training, I noticed the Red Sox social media team was really putting you and Connolly earlier together. Mm-hmm. I know you guys spent a little time together, both in Portland, I believe, here in Worcester, and obviously Boston too. Kind of like the best friends, the stepbrothers duo, right?
Yeah.
What was that like to maybe have someone like him, fellow left-handed pitcher, you guys kind of similar timelines of coming up to Triple-A and to Boston? To be able to have someone like, we were talking to Ubi the other day about his MLB debut. Mm-hmm. He said, even having someone to go play catch with, or where do you sit, or on the bus, or like where to go, like to have someone like that to kind of do those first time things with. What was that like to share that with Connolly?
Yeah, I mean, it was super helpful. I think that we were able to kind of bring each other back to earth a little bit, because it's a very exciting experience. You get all the, like, it's just different with the food, the people, the fans, like, and then just being able to like have fun with somebody else that is going through it. That we're both guys that don't really think we're too cool for school. Like, we just get excited about the little things, and being able to have somebody that was going through that. And of course, like we spent so much time together, and it was never there was never a serious moment between us. So like it kind of relax a little bit, being able to talk to somebody and that was cool, wasn't it? Like, this was pretty crazy. And so just being able to have that is pretty special. And, he's doing great things now for him. So it's super helpful. And, it was a good time.
Yeah, the Step Brothers duo was fun to watch. You guys paint, drawing Wally or whatnot in the offseason. And on the flip side of that, I'm curious, because obviously you two are kind of in competition to get to the Red Sox rotation in spring training, and you both pitched pretty well. Was it hard at all? Because that's the first time you've been in the big league camp where you were trying to make the club out of spring training. Was it difficult at all to be like, damn, Connolly's doing well again? It's like, I want to get there. I think you had another monkey on the Noah's Ark reference that we'll get to later on. Yeah. But obviously you can only control what you can control, right? So, but was that difficult at all to be in a competition with someone that you're probably pretty close with?
I mean, I don't think so. I think it was a very we knew we were both very aware of the situation that it was, and we were just we never really talked about it. I mean, there were a couple of times where dude, what are we doing? What is going on? And so, but it was also kind of fun, because he would have a good outing, and then it's well, now I want to go have a good outing. It was just be able to rub off on each other and have a good, I think that's what made. I feel like we both had pretty good springs, and I think that was part of it. We're not comparing. It's not I got to compare myself to Garrett Crochet. It's no, I get to compare it with somebody who's I'm in the same boat with, of just who's gonna let's just keep fighting. Iron sharpens iron. We're gonna go back and forth, and it was really fun. And there were some times where he would pitch, and it's damn, that was a really good start. So it was just sometimes he's a good pitcher, and but it was a whole lot of fun. And I mean, we had lockers right there next to each other, so we were aware of it, but we really didn't talk about it too much, so it didn't come in the way of anything.
Yeah, that's Major League Sports, right? For you, you're going to be in competition, but it's good to have, like you said, iron sharpens iron. Yeah. And it was fun to watch you both pitch last year here. And I saw Payton. I saw Connolly over in Portland before you got there, and then obviously saw you both here in Triple-A and watched your Boston rise. You talked about last year being a whirlwind, and the first day you were here at Triple-A, like you just mentioned, I'm just trying to learn people's names, right? Like that's a thing that people don't realize. Like you got to learn a whole new clubhouse, new coaching staff, your new teammates, the annoying media members like me that are asking questions, right? So one thing you said in your first interview with us, I didn't really catch at the time because we were so caught up with the mustache and this hard-throwing lefty. I asked you how would you describe yourself, and you said a big competitor, and you said you got that from your mom's side of your family, like competitions, like racing to the car from the grocery store, whoever got to the car first, right? Shotgun, if you will. I asked you like to describe yourself as a pitcher. You said a bulldog, on the mound, always competing while having some fun. I want to ask you about your mom a little bit because 2 months before you're drafted by the Red Sox, I believe she passed from her battle with cancer. Can you tell me a little bit about your relationship with your mom and what she kind of means to you?
Yeah, I mean, she was one of my best friends. Like we had so many different conversations of like driving to school every day, and it's like, what are we talking about today? So it was, and like she was always there for me to like. Sometimes it was like, oh, mom has cancer, because you never realized it when like the way that she acted, and so just being able to have her through some of the highs and some of the lows of everything was really helpful. Like she was just a rock for me. She was there every single time. She was there to like, hey, yeah, this sucks, and she was also there to be like, suck it up, dude. It's not that hard. Like, so she knew exactly what she needed to do in every situation, and so she always had the best advice. So she was my best friend for sure.
Yeah, so similar relationship with my mom. She passed when I was a little bit older than you from cancer, a little bit more sudden, and like. On your glove that you now have, you wear, there's a saying that she said to you. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how that came about?
So the saying, "You're so pretty," it was between that and "Don't be a hack." So she every game, whether it was football, basketball, baseball, she would always make a point to come down to like the railing and being, "Payton, you're so pretty," every single time. Like it was. I knew it was happening, and for the first few times, I was like, "Oh, this is, Mom, quit embarrassing me." But then I learned pretty quickly to embrace it and yell back at her, whatever that day. And so, it's just something like I said in my the post game after the debut. It's like I heard it out there somewhere. So it's something now that like I tried with the gloves. I've been able to kind of pick verses and then pick like sayings from her that kind of remind me of her, because like she's always there and watching over me, and so it's been fun. I got a few more quotes that I'll probably have to abbreviate, I think, but yeah, so it's good.
You're so pretty. Yeah, that's kind of like her hard love of saying like you're not, I don't know if you are so pretty, but like it's kind of like making you feel like a little like nervous on the mat. Like I love that. It's like kind of like, I don't know, she's kind of poking fun at you. It's like her personality on a glove and a saying. You got a couple more coming down the pipe. That'll be fun to watch.
Yeah. It'll be. Yeah.
Don't be a hack. Sounds like that.
Don't be. There's a couple of ones that are pretty funny. So it'll be fun to put some out there and see what people. If I put a couple letters down and see what people think it means. So.
The guessing game.
Exactly.
My mom loved to call me half man because I was really skinny in high school and I had a good little hitting streak at one point. And my teammates started calling me half man, half amazing, which is a reference way older than you. Vince Carter used to go by that, famous basketball player. But my teammates called me half man because I was so damn skinny. Yeah. So they're really just mocking me. But my mom loved that I had a nickname. So she would call me half man. So she just texted me like, "Hey, what's up, half man?" Yeah. And so she loved calling me that. So it's little sayings that you can keep with you to remind you that they're still there. But all right, well, thanks for opening up about your mom and your glove. Obviously, pretty cool to be able to bring her on the mound with you for each of your starts. But let's get a little less serious here. So I've got the mustache and the lip here. Talking off air with your fiancée about we're going to keep that hopefully for a while. Last year, one of your fellow pitchers who's no longer with us in Boston or in Worcester is David Sandlin. He spilled the beans about your mustache. I think I was asking him because he was growing one at the time. I said, "Who's got a better mustache, you or Payton?" And he said, well, it's me because Payton's kind of faking this one. It's a little artificially enhanced. So can you tell us about the mustache and how it kind of came about?
Yeah, I mean, it was just I had the beard coming in after the draft, and it kind of got itchy. I got over it, and I shaved it into the mustache, and it kind of just stayed. Was rocking like a Riley Green thing with the scruff and the mustache, but it was blonde. It didn't look good. But now, and then I kept it though. I was like, this could be something. Maybe if I keep having it, will it grow dark at some point? And it never did. So in Greenville, I dyed it as a joke, a little bit as a joke. And then I was like, I kind of really like this. So it was very quickly. I walked in and people were like, something's different about you. I said, yeah. They were like, you dyed it, did you? Yeah. So it just kind of kept going. And then I think one day I bought the wrong dye, and then later in the year, you look at the pictures early in the year and it's blonde, and then later in the year it looks like it's jet black, just because I started getting dark brown, and it's never the dark brown. It's always like the light brown or the medium brown. But yeah, now there's a whole science behind it, and so yes, it is artificially enhanced, but it's not a sloppy job either. It's down to a science. I know about every 2 Mondays it should be dyed, and now we know where to be with it. But it comes in fine. It's got the thickness. It just needs some color. It just needs some help. So yeah, it's been fun though that people have taken to it. So
yeah, it's good. I mean, you have a T-shirt that Lily was brought out here yesterday, Tolle time, with your mustache and face on it. Hopefully you get a nice little kickback from those sales. But it's fun to have a T-shirt with your face and mug on it. Obviously your last name, and the mustache definitely plays. It's a big league mustache for sure. Tom Selleck inspired last year.
Yes.
Some Magnum PI, which I believe you dressed as Magnum PI or Tom Selleck
There's one out.
Halloween.
There's a picture out there. I think my grandma posted it of me being Magnum for Halloween. So
there you go.
Oh, that was a fake mustache.
And now this year people can be Payton Tolle for Halloween.
That'd be fun. So.
I don't know, where the food sayings come from, especially the banana ones and monkeys. I know you would mention, I believe it was at Fenway Fest, you're eating 8 bananas before a game once, and that's the only thing you keep down because you used to do breakfast burritos or something like that.
Yeah, it used to be breakfast burritos, and then, but kind of as we kept going up, it's like, I'm kind of getting nervous for these starts, so bananas were the only thing that I could keep eating. So I'm getting better at it now. I can get a lunch in, but still have about 2 or 3 bananas a day.
Now, you had quoted a viral moment, I think it's 2013, Blue Jays Japanese infielder. I'm not going to try to say his name because I can't say it. He said, monkey never cramp, I believe it is.
Monkey never cramp.
And he used that. And then the spring training, and I mentioned the Noah's Ark reference, you said, fighting like you're the 3rd monkey trying to get to the Ark and it's starting to rain.
Yeah.
Great reference. What is it with you and monkey quotes?
I mean, I think that they just kind of, it's not intentional, but it just kind of happens, I guess, sometimes. So, yeah, I wish that there was more of a reason, but yeah.
I always wanted a pet monkey. We were talking off air about famous monkeys in the past, and just being able to have a monkey. I actually had a buddy who had a monkey as a kid. I think her name was Rebecca. But so I want to do a little game with you here. I'm going to see. We're first going to start with. I'm going to say a quote or a song lyric or a nursery rhyme.
Okay.
So I'm going to say the first parts of it, and you're going to finish it.
Okay.
So we'll do
I have to do it right?
Well, if you get it wrong, you get it wrong.
Okay.
I'm putting you on the spot here. This is a little brain teaser. And then I'm going to text you a couple photos.
Okay.
And I'm going to have you identify the monkey.
Okay.
Ready to rock?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll first start with kind of an easy one. Complete the sentence. All right? Monkey see.
Monkey do.
Very good. This is a kind of a nursery song, so I'm going to sing it a little bit, but I don't have good pipes right now. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said,
there's monkeys jumping on the bed.
Pretty
Maybe
good.
5 monkeys jumping on the bed?
Yeah. Well,
One of them fell down and bumped his head. Now there's 4 monkeys jumping on the bed?
Very good. I think it started with 5. I'll go.
Yeah,
no more,
something like that?
No more monkeys jumping on the bed. Very good. This is a song. It's a little throwback, but you got some good throwback taste.
Yeah.
You were referencing Dave Matthews Band the other day, I'm pretty sure. Brass monkey.
That funky monkey.
See, we nailed this pretty good. Devin's over here cringing at this. So, like I said, I'm going to send. So you passed there with flying colors. So I'm going to send you a couple texts here, and we're going to go one by one for photos. Okay. So I'm going to have you identify this older monkey. So I just texted you.
That would be King Kong.
Very good. One for one. So King Kong.
I got a good feeling about this.
Yeah, it's going to get it.
That is Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong. Very good.
With his son. Is his son Diddy Kong?
Yeah, I didn't want to use Diddy Kong too much. Yeah,
I said that. I was like, oh, I don't know.
I avoided that one, but you know what? It is a monkey. So, all right. This one might be a little.
Oh, yeah. That's Harambe. Yep. No, that was a. Golly, what would that be? That'd be middle school? I think it'd be middle school for me. 2016?
Yeah, I was unsure if you would know that reference, but it was a big thing.
Big thing.
Like Harambe was big news.
Yeah, he's still.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
This one's a little bit older than Harambe.
Curious George.
Curious George.
That's up there. That's a show that I grew up on.
Yep,
So,
me too. What was his handler's name?
Man in the Yellow Hat.
Man in the Yellow Hat. Yeah.
I don't know if he had a name. But
Yeah. Curious George and the Man in the Yellow Hat. Yeah. Nameless. Last one. This one's probably going to be tough, so I'm going to send it to you right now. This one is from a movie from 1996.
Oh, I haven't seen the movie. I wish I could get it. I'm phoning a friend.
Something checks in. It's a movie of a monkey who has a bad handler, not the man with the yellow hat. And
I'm phoning a friend.
They go to a hotel. What's Devin's 1996
She's a movie girl.
Got some famous actors in it. So it's Dunstan from Dunstan Checks In. One of my favorite childhood monkey movies.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. So
I don't think I would have been there.
I think you batted like 900 there. That's pretty good.
I'll take it.
I'm actually surprised and a little bit impressed by the Harambe one.
I got my pulse on pop culture. So.
It's pop culture, it's food references, and it's monkeys for you to start with. Who knows what's next? But a long way. I want to have a little fun there. But a long way of getting. You mentioned. I think people like to hear pregame rituals for baseball players. Like you are creatures of habit, right?
Yeah.
Pitchers too. As I know you pitch every 5 days, but in the off days are as systematized or as planned out as your pitching days, right?
Yeah.
What maybe other than eating 8 bananas, what kind of pregame rituals do you have that maybe pitchers could take from you?
I mean, so what I've been starting to do this year is I walk into the training room and I don't sit down with Bob or one of our ATs, Bob, but like he's in there and I start at first pitch. So tomorrow pitching, it'd be Sunday, 1:05 game time. So I would go in 1:05 and then I would do every single thing up until game time that I would be doing. So 105 bullpen, 150 on the mound, 130 playing catch. So I go all the way through detailed of everything that I'm doing that day. And then it's just a lot of prep. I make sure and like take moments to like I get ready, and then there's like a 20-minute period where it's get dressed and breathe, like just like calm everything, visualize, maybe go over a little bit of game plan. But it's just that 20-minute period of like being slow and being still with it. But there's not a whole lot. I mean, I don't have any crazy superstitious things. She's probably laughing about that. No, she's not. I didn't even hear it. But there's nothing too crazy. But just always being there early. I'd rather be early and be around the guys, get comfortable that day. Sometimes I'll go out onto the field. These first couple games have been rough because it's been so cold, but I'll go out on the field, bare feet, walk around, pray, do all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'd say just having a detailed like schedule of what I'm doing that day has helped me out a lot. Yeah,
like even like walking on the mound, do you avoid walking on the first base line, third base line? Like, do you use the rosin bag? Like, when it comes to like pitching your starts, is there anything that you do like every time you go out there to start an inning, or you kind of just like get out there, throw your warm-up pitches?
Yeah, I think something that I learned at TCU that I like doing is, like one of my from my last pitch of my warm-ups on the mound. So like catcher's going to throw down, do my pitch, and I'll walk around as if I'm doing a K strut, and then walk around, kick my feet up on the spikes, and then rosin, catch, and then we're ready to go. So kind of like visualize, like, I want to be doing this motion for a lot of times today. There's really nothing, like, I'm always swiping the mound off. Like whenever I get done pitching, that rubber is, you see the whole thing. There's no dirt on it at all. So I just try to, there's just things that get me, that pitch is over, time for the next one. So.
When's the last time you hit a baseball?
I think I was having this conversation the other day. I think I took BP the day before the draft.
Wow.
So I think that would be the last. We did some soft toss in the off season, just like getting loose, see if I got it still in case we get in a pinch. I'm somebody's guy. But seriously hit a baseball was the day before draft. So it's been a little bit.
Yeah, it's almost 2 years now.
Yeah.
Crazy to think. Because you were a hitter. You could hit.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I'm curious, during spring training, do they measure you guys as pitchers just in case you need a pinch hit in a pinch?
No, I wish they did, but our ABS zones, hopefully they're really small if I ever get up there. So
yeah, they give you like a
it's not
generic
matter.
player,
Yeah.
whereas you're standing like, you're what, 6'5"?
Yeah, 6'5", 6'6",
6'6",
depending on.
don't mean to give you.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I slouch, but yeah, no, it's not gonna. It wouldn't matter if I got that AB. It wouldn't matter because I'd swing at 3 pitches anyways. So
okay, you're not.
We're taking
going
our
down
shot.
looking. Yeah.
We're taking our shot.
It's got to be a monkey quote there I could use. Before my last question, I did want to give you an opportunity because you just recently got engaged. We referenced your fiancée who's off screen here.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about your engagement story and how that all unfolded?
Yeah, I mean, the engagement story is funny, but prior to that, we've been super close for, I say, the last 4 or 5 years, probably 6 years of just being best friends. Every time I say that, she's like, no. But we've known each other for the past 10 years. She lives in my backyard, and so whenever we started dating, it was like, well, this is just going to be a matter of time. And then it was super romantic. I got the ring, and we were in Florida during spring training. She had just changed into sweatpants, and I kicked the coffee table out of the way and proposed in our living room with my roommate in the room next to us, and it was exactly how we wanted it to go. So nobody around but just us.
And the post yes ceremony photos, what were those taken?
Oh, it was super expensive photographer in the Coconut Point Mall, I think, in on a photo booth in Fort Myers, Florida. So it was a solid 15 minutes of photos and perfect.
I think a photo booth photo is amazing. You get the strip. I used to do those at weddings. Is Coconut Point a mall in?
I think it's Coconut Point. I'm actually not too sure.
I wonder if you're doing a little Mario Party reference or
yeah.
Coconut Point Mall.
I think it's an actual mall, but it is an actual Mario. I can't even think of the.
That is the mall. Yeah, shout out Florida.
There's a Coconut Point Mall in there. There is.
We're just playing a video game right now.
I went in and Mario Kart. Yeah, that's it.
Mario Kart,
But
yes.
I was. We took the photos, and then I said, "Okay, now my turn." And I went and bought a box of baseball cards. So it was a great day. Everybody won. Everybody won. So.
Who was your roommate that was in the other room?
Danny Kerwin.
Okay.
So he was the first one to know too. So.
Wow. He could take a nice iPhone photo for you at least.
Yeah, he was in there. I think that he was playing like the show or some video game and let out like a loud scream at one point. It was like, oh man, this is perfect.
Should have been playing Mario Kart.
Yeah.
All right, Peyton, before I let you leave, I do want to ask you one last question, baseball related. Obviously, you talked about a lot of last year, your rise, and then now we're here, a couple starts in Worcester. Like, I guess people want to know, maybe what are your goals for 2026?
I mean, other than the obvious, is just continue to work on what we're doing. I think we have a good plan and set. I think Dan, Junie, Buck, I think that there's a great plan set out for me, and just sticking to that, trying to throw hard harder every time and strike guys out. So it's try to get more strikeouts on off-speed pitches has been a big goal for me. So it's we're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna keep working, but yeah, we know what the main goal is.
100%. I think last year you said get punchies and have fun. It was like your goals last year,
Yes.
and obviously you got a little taste of Boston last year, and best of luck to you this season. So thanks for coming to Castle Corner Podcast, and we'll see you around.
Thank you.
All right, so thanks to Payton Tolle for joining me here on Castle Corner Podcast. I also want to thank my producer, Rick Sinclair, for all of his help behind the scenes. You can watch our podcast on YouTube by typing in Castle Corner, and you can also subscribe to Castle Corner Podcast on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. So until next time, I'm Tommy Cassell, and thanks for checking in.